Hello everyone, I am Dr. Purnima Tiwari, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Faculty of Science, the Bhopal School of Social Science. Sometimes we invest our money and sometimes we take loan. It is fruitful for us to have better understanding of the concept interest. Interest is the payment paid on amount of money whether it is invested or loaned. There are two kinds of interest, simple interest and compound interest. Interest depends on three factors. First, amount of money that you invest or borrow, rate of interest and duration for which the money is borrowed or invested. Next, we will study some terminologies related to simple interest. First is principal. Principal is the amount of money on which interest is calculated. That is the original amount of money which is taken as loan or invested. It is denoted by capital P letter. Next is rate of interest. Rate of interest is the amount of interest due per period as a proportion of amount taken as loan or deposited. It is denoted by capital R letter and it is calculated yearly, half yearly, quarterly, monthly and sometime daily basis. Next term is time. It is the duration on which money is lent or deposited. It is denoted by capital T letter. Next is amount. It is sum of principal and interest due to be paid by borrower or received by investor. Let us understand this concept by a simple example that you deposit an amount say rupees P in any bank. Bank gives interest at certain rate say R% and you deposit this amount for T years. After T years you will receive the amount which is sum of principal and interest from the bank. Next we move to simple interest. Simple interest is the interest calculated on principal or original amount for the time for which the money is borrowed or invested. It is denoted by SI and we may calculate simple interest by mathematical formula SI equal to PRT by 100. Next we will see some examples for simple interest. First example is find the amount of rupees 800 at simple interest rate of 5% per year in 4 years. In this example, principal is rupees 800, rate of interest is 5% and time for which the amount is invested is 4 years. To calculate simple interest, we will apply formula simple interest equal to PRT by 100 and then we substitute value of P is 800, R 5 and T 4. Now, we simplify this term and we get simple interest is 8 multiplied with 5 multiplied with 4. After multiplication, the term is 160. Hence, the simple interest on this amount is rupees 160. Amount is calculated by using the formula amount equal to principal plus simple interest. So, the amount is 100 plus 160 and its value is 960. Hence, simple interest is rupees 160 and due amount is 960. Next example is, in what time the simple interest will be rupees 600 on rupees 800 at the rate of 15% per annum. In this example, principal amount is rupees 800, rate of interest is 15% and simple interest is given to us, which is rupees 600. First we apply the formula SI equal to PRT by 100 and then we find value of T by cross multiplication, which is SI multiplied with 100 divided by P into R. Now, we substitute value of SI, which is 600, P which is 800 and R 15. Next we simplify this term and we get 5. So, T equal to 5. Hence, in 5 years simple interest will be rupees 600 on rupees 800 at the rate of 15% per annum. Next example is, find the principal if after 2 years simple interest at the rate of 15% is rupees 156. In this example, simple interest is given to us, which is rupees 156. Rate of interest is 15% and the time is 2 years. First, we use the formula simple interest equal to PRT by 100 and then apply cross multiplication. We get P equal to SI multiplied with 100 divided by T into R. We substitute the value of SI 156, T 2 and R 15. Now, we simplify this term, we get 520. So, in this case principal amount is rupees 520. In the next example, we have to find rate of interest if simple interest of rupees 500 for 3 years is rupees 75. In this example, we have given simple interest, which is rupees 75, principal amount which is rupees 500 and time it is 3 years. First, we apply formula S equal to PRT by 100, then apply cross multiplication method. We get R equal to simple interest multiplied with 100 divided by P into T. We substitute value of SI 75, P 500 and T 3. Now, we simplify this term, we get 5. Hence, in this case the rate of interest is 5%. Now, we move to our next topic, compound interest. According to Albert Einstein, compound interest is 8th wonder of the world. Who understand it, earn it, who does not, pay it. Compound interest is interest on interest. It is defined as an interest is compound interest if simple interest is added to principal so that amount become principal for next period. We may calculate the amount of compound interest by using mathematical formula A equal to P multiplied with 1 plus R by 100 to the power T, where P, R, T have usual meanings. In this case, compound interest is calculated by amount minus principal. Next, we understand simple interest and compound interest by means of a simple example. Suppose you borrow rupees 1000 for 3 years and at the rate 10% per year. In case of simple interest, in the first year principal amount will be rupees 1000 and at the end of first year you have to pay simple interest at the rate of 10%. So, 10% of 1000 is 100 rupees. So, after end of first year you have to pay 100 rupees as interest. But in simple interest this principal amount will be same for next year. So, for second year P is 1000. In the second year you have to pay simple interest on this principal amount 1000, which is again 100 rupees. In third year you have to pay simple interest on the same principal amount 1000, which is again 100 rupees. So, after 3 years you have to pay 300 as a simple interest, and the amount paid by you is rupees 1300. Next, we see the case of compound interest in the similar example. In first year the principal is 1000 rupees. You have to pay simple interest at the rate of 10%, that is you have to pay 100 rupees at the end of first year. But in case of compound interest, this interest 100 rupees will be added to principal amount, and principal for the second year will be rupees 1100. Now, at the end of second year you have to pay simple interest in this amount 1100, which is rupees 110. At the end of second year this simple interest 110 will be added to principal, which is 1210. This will be principal amount for third year, and at the end of third year you have to pay interest on this principal amount 1210, which is 121 rupees. So, after 3 years and at the rate of compound interest, you have to pay 331 rupees as compound interest, and the amount paid by you is rupees 1331. Next, we will see simple interest and compound interest by a graph. This graph shows growth of simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is represented by blue line and compound interest is represented by orange line. Here you may see the growth in the amount, that is principal plus interest with respect to time. Now, we may find difference between simple interest and compound interest. In simple interest, interest is same for all the years. In compound interest, interest for all the year is different. Simple interest is smaller than compound interest and compound interest is larger than simple interest. In the case of simple interest, we may calculate it by applying the formula SI equal to PRT by 100, and then we calculate amount by principal plus interest. In the case of compound interest, first we find the amount by using the formula amount equal to P multiplied with 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Simple interest is on principal amount only, while the compound interest is on previous interest as well as principal amount. Next, we will see some examples for calculating compound interest and related terms. In this example, we have to calculate compound interest of rupees 1500 at the rate 5% per annum for 3 years. In this example, principal amount, that is P, is rupees 1500. Rate of interest R is 5% per annum and time is 3 years. First, we apply formula to calculate compound interest, which is A equal to P multiplied with 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. And here we substitute value of P 1500, R 5 and T 3. Now, we simplify this term by taking LCM within a bracket. We get 105 by 100 to the power T, and the value of 105 by 100 is 1.05. Therefore, the amount A is equal to 1500 multiplied with 1.05 to the power 3, that is 1.05 multiplied with 1.05 multiplied with 1.05. Next, we do multiplication and we find the value of A is 1736.44. Now, we may calculate compound interest by using the formula Ci equal to A minus P. We have find the value of A, which is 1736.44, and principal was given to us 1500. So, we get value of compound interest is rupees 236.44. Hence, the compound interest is rupees 236.44 and the amount is 1736.44. In the next example, we will see a method when T is not an integer quantity. This example is calculate the amount of interest of rupees 2000 at the rate 14% per annum for 2 with 1/2 years. In this example, principal amount P is rupees 2000, rate of interest is 14% per annum and the time is 2 with 1/2 years, that is 5/2 years, which is 2.5 years. Now, we calculate amount of compound interest from the formula A equal to P multiplied with 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. We substitute value of P, which is 2000, R 14 and value of T is 2.5. First, we simplify the term within a bracket by taking LCM. So, the term within a bracket is 114 by 100. 114 by 100 is equal to 1.14. We substitute this value and get A equal to 2000 multiplied with 1.14 to the power 2.5. Here we see that this power 2.5 is not an integer quantity. Therefore, to solve this term, we must apply technique of logarithm. We take log on both hand side of this equation. We get log of A equal to log 2000 multiplied with 1.14 to the power 2.5. Here we apply formula for logarithm, which is log of mn equal to log m plus log n. In this case, value of m is 2000 and value of n is 1.14 to the power 2.5. We get the value of log A equal to log 2000 plus 2.5 multiplied with log of 1.14. Now, you may find value of log 2000 and log of 1.14 by using log table. Value of log 2000 is 3.3010 and value of log 1.14 is 0.0569. First, we multiply the term 2.5 with 0.0569 and then add the resulting amount with 3.3010. We get value of log A is 3.4432, but we have to find value of A, and value of A is anti-log of this quantity 3.4432. You may find value of anti-log by using log table, and anti-log of this value is 2774. So, the amount is 2774. Now, you may calculate compound interest by using the formula C equal to A minus P. A is 2774 and P is 2000. So, compound interest is rupees 774. Hence, the compound interest is rupees 774 and the amount to be paid is 2774. Next, we will see how we may calculate compound interest if the rate of interest is different for different conversion period. That is, if the rate of interest is R1 for the year T1 and R2 for the year T2, then we may calculate the amount of compound interest by using the formula A equal to P multiplied with 1 plus R1 by 100 to the power T1 multiplied with 1 plus R2 to the by 100 to the power T2. Next, we will see one example where the rate of interest is different for different periods. Rupees 10,000 were given as loan on compound interest. The rate of interest is 14% for first year, 15% for second year and 16% for third year. We have to find amount and compound interest after 3 years. In this example, principal amount is rupees 10,000, rate of interest in first year is 14% and this rate of interest is applicable only for 1 year. Therefore, the value of T1 is 1. In the second year, rate of interest is 15% and this rate of interest is applicable only in second year. Therefore, the value of T2 is 1. In third year, rate of interest is 16% and again it is applicable only for 1 year. Therefore, value of T3 is 1. Now, we may apply formula amount A equal to P multiplied with 1 plus R1 by 100 to the power T1 multiplied with 1 plus R2 by 100 to the power T2 and multiplied with 1 plus R3 by 100 to the power T3. Now, we substitute value of P 10,000, R1 14, T1 1, R2 15, T2 1, R3 16 and T3 1. Next, we calculate the terms within bracket. In first bracket, the terms become 100 plus 14 by 100. In the second bracket, it is 100 plus 15 by 100 and in the third bracket, it is 100 plus 16 by 100. Therefore, the amount is rupees 10,000 multiplied with 1.14 multiplied with 1.15 multiplied with 1.16. After multiplication of these terms, we get amount is 15,207.6. We may calculate compound interest using the formula CI equal to A minus P. A amount, we have find it 15,207.6 and principal was given to us which was 10,000. On subtracting these two values, we get compound interest is rupees 5,207.60 paise. Hence, in this case compound interest is rupees 5,207.6 and the amount is rupees 15,207.6. That is your answer. You may solve some more examples based on simple interest and compound interest for further understanding of this topic. Thank you so much.